Hi Professor, so this is my video for the lesson reflection. For this lesson reflection, I have chosen the lesson plan on April 17, 2022. It was for, I created it in mathematics, number, and operations in base 10. The subject and instructional plan was place value. To answer your first question on instructional strategies, I would decide to keep my instructional strategy in this because in this one, I selected using building blocks for third graders, I believed, to use different building blocks, different shapes, and count and show value using the blocks. I think this is a great instructional strategy because it's more hands-on and appropriate for third graders, whereas using building blocks for a middle school or a high schooler would kind of be inappropriate to display and understand place value. The differentiation strategies to use and develop critical thinking skills. I don't think I really put any critical thinking skills in here, but one differentiation strategy I would probably use is student-directed teaching or groups. I don't really see a lot of grouped activities in my classroom, so I think using groups would be more beneficial, especially having special needs or special education students to work with other students that are at a higher grade level for more means of support, especially if I'm in a general education classroom and I don't have additional staff to support me. And then with critical thinking and problem solving skills, this strategy could help other students learn to brainstorm together and then learn to brainstorm by themselves and kind of think outside of the box and even create social skills. And finally, as a teacher, analyzing and reflecting on my own planning and practice, I like the idea of students grading me over a lesson. In other words, I know how to reflect on myself and my teaching strategies, and that's essentially it. Paying attention to my students. If they're not paying attention to me, or they're off task, or they're distracted and they're not engaged, then it's probably time to readjust the lesson. And sorry, I'm just really looking over the question. In what ways could you model for your students how to analyze and reflect upon their work? So I would like them to grade me and to grade themselves. I think I just submitted a discussion question about this, and I think an assignment too is having students grade themselves on how well they think that they did. Sometimes it's important for us to see what mistakes we made and how we can be more successful to not make those mistakes in the future. Also holding like classroom discussions and stuff like that really helps after an assignment kind of get a grip of or grasp of where the students are at and how they feel about the lesson and how I feel about how I taught that lesson, if that makes sense. So thank you so much.